So hello everyone. My name is Nicole. I am the Fierce Mompreneur. So make sure you guys go ahead, like, subscribe, and share my channel. I just wanted to hop on here real quick because I had some questions and I wanted to go ahead and discuss them with you guys. So I did a video the other day, so you can go ahead and look about what I'm looking at doing and how God is telling me to move, and I'm being obedient but waiting for the next word. So I'm looking at different places and everything like that to move to. But within that video and a couple of my other videos, I definitely always talk about the 8 dimensions of wellness and how when I start focusing on those 8 dimensions, they completely changed my life. Every year I was doing SMART goals, I was making vision boards, I was doing so much, but I was not accomplishing really what I wanted to accomplish. Was not reaching my full potential. And there was a reason, because of how my mind works. I had to break things down. So a lot of people have been saying, well, what are the 8 dimensions of wellness? You have your spiritual, your emotional, your occupational, your intellectual, your environment, your financial, your social, and your physical. Those are the things. So then if you break down those 8 things and write down your goals, where do you want to be spiritually? Where do you want to be emotionally? What do you want your occupation to be? Intellectually, what do you want to do? Your environment, your finances, your social aspect of life, and also your physical. So what do you want? So when I start breaking those down, let me tell you, it was a game changer. So I knew I wanted to be closer to God. I knew that. So I took that on about 4 years ago, of really working on my relationship with God. Of course, once I had my son and everything we went through, I gave my life. But as far as having that relationship and understanding, I would say that was about 4 to 5 years ago. And my friend and I, we went on this journey, and we would send each other 15-minute Steve Furtick clips every morning, and we would listen to them. They were only 15 and 16 minutes because pretty much we were still straddling the fence in life. That's all we could handle. Then we went to Joel, which was 30 minutes. Then we went to, who did we go to next? We went to Sarah, which a couple of her sermons are like 45 minutes to an hour. And now we're listening to Pastor Mike, Pastor Keon, Sarah still, TD Jakes, everything. We share them daily. We actually know when to sit in silence. We know when to move. We know how to ask God and talk to God. So that was my goal spiritually. This year, I always pick a word out of the 8 dimensions for my spiritual journey. So this year it's being obedient, listening, being obedient, not reacting on what I want to do and then asking God to fix it. No, letting him lead me through, that whole thing. So that is what I'm doing. Then emotionally working on being aware of your feelings. A lot of times we say we're going to push things under the rug. We don't know why certain things trigger us. We don't know why certain things make us feel a certain way. So when you learn that, you know what to stay away from because it's not healthy. If it's messing with your emotions, you don't need to engage in it, correct? That can be people, places, and things. If it takes you off of your emotional calmness and it makes you have anxiety, you feel depressed, you feel anxious, well, guess what? Something's not right. So it's being aware of those. Like if you walk into a room and you're anxious, it might not be the actual room. It might be one person in the room. It might be something in the room, the color of the room. So just being aware of those type of things makes you realize like, okay, you know what? I know before I have to go in here because it might be for work. It might be at your child's school. But how can you be aware of your emotions, what's going to trigger you, and how you can relax them? Breathing, exercises, yoga, Pilates, water sounds. There's different things. You just have to really be aware. And as far as like your occupation, many of us go to work, we punch in, punch out. punch in, punch out. But what are you lacking at work? Why aren't you like working to your best potential? Why are you have a fear of, okay, I don't like my job. Why aren't you looking for something else? What do you really want to do? And you have to figure it out. So if it means, okay, I want a raise, I want a promotion. So maybe you need to get some letters behind your name. Maybe you need to get some courses behind you. What do you need to do? And then that's what you're going to accomplish. But just going to work every day saying, oh, I hate this job. I hate this job, because we have to remember the tongue is powerful. So if we speak it, we're going to start believing it, and then God's going to remove it from us. And sometimes you're not prepared for that. I mean, he's not going to let you fail, of course, but then you're going to be without a job, you know, because your tongue, he said, okay, well, you hate your job. I'm not going to send you somewhere you hate. So I'm going to help you remove it. Guess what? You not only even have to put in a 2-week notice, and they're not going to give you a 2-week notice. You're going to get fired. So knowing what you want, knowing how to communicate at work, that was my big thing. Knowing how to say no. Knowing how to say no at work is something serious, and that's something I had to work on, because I was the one who was always willing to, oh, I'll do it. Now I'd be like, who? I'm not going to do it. And it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't mean they're going to be upset at you. It doesn't mean they're going to look at you a different way. As long as you perform your duties correctly and at the best of your ability. Now, if there is some free training the job is offering or something like that that's going to better you, then of course, go ahead and jump on it. But as far as you just being a do-girl, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And as far as your intellectual part goes, out of the 8 dimensions of wellness, pick a hobby. Do something. And your hobby is not going to be scrolling social media. Pick a hobby. Pick something you like to do. Figure out what you like to do. Okay? So now my hobby is creating videos. I also like to go do real estate. I like to go walking on different trails, which I thought I would never want to do. I mean, I am not an outside person, but I enjoy it. I really do enjoy walking different trails. So find a hobby, something that I feel like a hobby is something you have to research, learn, and then, challenge yourself with it, right? And something that you enjoy doing. Disconnect from social media at that time and really go ahead and find what you want to do, right? So your environment, which I speak about all the time, you are a product of your environment, correct? So, and it doesn't even mean as far as like living in low income housing, living in the projects or anything like that. Your inner home, your home, how is your environment at home? And then it goes deeper into, once you work on your finances or your occupation, which is another dimension, maybe you can change the environment outside, but controlling the environment inside, making sure there's peace in your home, there's calmness in your home, making sure your environment is clean, decluttered. Declutter your environment. If your room is cluttered, your mind is going to be cluttered. So decluttering your room, decluttering, call the junk people, set up a time for them to come pick up the junk and let it go. Let it go until you get that bigger space, okay? Your financial. So I tell people, planning ahead and setting a budget is so important. Planning ahead and setting a budget is so important. You don't have to be on every scene. You have to pick and choose where you want to go, because you know what your budget can handle. So I'm a person where I like to pack my lunch for work, because I know if I go to work, I'm going to spend almost $25 to $30 on lunch because of DoorDash fees, Uber Eats fees, all those fees, tipping and all that kind of stuff. So I pack my lunch. I'm a nails girl. I like to get my toes in. So I pack my lunch. That's how I save my money, correct? So that's just something that you have to figure out how you can budget. When you're looking at 2025, you need to think about, what do you want to do in 2025? What do you want to do as far as your finances? Are you looking at purchasing a home? Are you looking at remodeling your home? Are you looking at taking a trip? Are you looking at exchanging your wardrobe? Are you looking at building an emergency savings fund? What are you looking at doing, and then having a budget and making it happen? making it happen? Are you planning on retirement? Are you saving for a college fund? What are you looking at doing? And being realistic. How much can you put aside? If you already have a 401 or a 403, whatever the job is offering you, what more can you do? Think about that. Think about that. So, and then social. So I tell people, volunteer, join an organization. That's what I do. I like to volunteer once a month. And I join organizations, usually women's groups. So I join the chamber in my city, the Professional Women's Council in my city, different things to keep you busy and connect with like-minded people. So you have to join an organization, and you can also join a club that's within your new hobby. So you can learn if it's like your new hobby is going to be fishing or bike riding and stuff like that. Join a club. If you want your new hobby is going to be running, join a club. So those two can go together as well. Physical, move 30 minutes every day. That was my goal. That was my goal and still is my goal. 30 minutes every day. Whether it's walking on your lunch breaks, walking on your 15-minute breaks, what can you do that's going to help you move 15 minutes every day? If it's getting off work walking, if it's going to the gym, what can you do? So those are the 8 dimensions of wellness. I know people have been asking like, well, what are they? And you can dive in deeper. So once you put the 8 dimensions of wellness down and focus on them for 2025, then you can say your spiritual might be different. Your financial will be different. Your social will be different. Your physical will be, everything is different. But I personally feel like when you break things down by the 8 dimensions of wellness as whole, that makes you a complete person. And that is truly how you glow up, how you boss up, and how you do what you need to do to go ahead and accomplish your dreams and your goals and leave a legacy and generational wealth for your family. Okay? So my name is Nicole. I am the Fierce Mompreneur. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share my channel. We already know my goal. So 50 days left. So let's get it. And I just want to thank everyone for all the support and everything like that. And I wanted to show, so make sure you guys go ahead and get your notebooks and your journals. I like to stock up. You can go to Dollar Tree, but I like to stock up when it's back to school because things are on sale. You know, that budget, that planning. So I like to go ahead and get my stuff. So I like bright colors. So I got these like back to school and stuff like that. This I believe I might have got from the Dollar Tree. No, I think I got this from Walmart. So it's just like a plain composition book. So I'll be doing my like 2025. And also I have my cork board. So this is something I have used. I put my bills on here. I have a picture of my son on here. I have affirmations on here. I have my goals on the bottom. So that's just something I work on. And I love it because it's easy to remove. I do go ahead, I'm not going to show, but I do go ahead and get these from the Dollar Tree as well. And I do those quarterly, and then I make a bigger one for the vision board. So I still do a vision board, but like I said, breaking everything down in the 8 dimensions of wellness truly helped me, and I believe that it will help you. So I'm going to continue to talk about them because everyone keeps saying, well, what are the 8 dimensions of wellness? How did it help you? How did it do this? So boom, here you go. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and we're going to keep this journey going. So please, y'all have a good one, and thank you.